Welcome to Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Jeff here, no red today, but today we're going to give you a behind the scenes look at what we've bought off of Amazon in the past year. You can go through our shopping trends. We're going to show you all the good stuff, and we're going to start off with the Voltex set here. This is a drill, 246 piece drill driver set, and $46.59, purchased on April 3rd. And this thing is, it's a catch-all. It's like, this covers all my bases in one set. Is it high quality? Absolutely not. It's cheap. Its job is to cover everything. So if you need that one odd thing, at least I have this. What this is great for, if you need a portable set that you don't care about if parts go AWOL. Secondly, if you are just setting up a new shop and you need all your bases covered, you're going to be buying better stuff as you go along, but you need to figure out, like, what do I really need to spend money on? Am I really going to be using spade bits all the time? Am I going to need a hole saw? Do I need, star bits or Robertson's bits or socket adapters? You're going to figure that out as you go along. This is going to cover all your bases. And, for me, we now have 3 shops. So we got the one in Vegas, we got the one in Montana, and then we have the second one, the new shop. So I got the home shop, and then now the new Den of Tools that we're setting up at the new location. So anyway, I gotta say, it's a great one and done solution, covers all your bases, and again, you can pick up better quality stuff as you figure out what you need. Now, DeWalt T Stack, boy, you've heard me rave about this stuff. For the home gamer who wants portability, for the value-minded pro who doesn't want to pay for pack out, I mean, who wants to pay that kind of level? And, I mean, how long did it take pack out to come out with drawers, whereas DeWalt T Stacks had that for years and years? Of course, it's 100% compatible with the Versa Stack, so you have a ton of different options from a ton of different sources. $47.69. I can't say enough about these things. Absolutely love them. It's a great system. I think it's probably one of the best options out there for a lot of people. Moving along, we've got, the drill brush set. You've heard me go on and on about this. This is one of those tools where I push people. I'm like, you need to get it. You need to get it. It's a game changer. And everyone's like, I don't know. And then they get it. And then I get that email of, oh my gosh, you're so right. It is. It's like, I learned it when, for cleaning the grill. Some company sent me some cheap, I don't remember who it was, sent me some cheap drill. And it happened to have 1 or 2 brushes with it. And I saw a video of somebody using it on the grill, so I went out to the grill. I ran it once across the grill, and it changed everything. All right, I hate scraping away at the grill and all that kind of stuff. This thing just cleans a grill in no time flat. And then since I've used it on car tires, we've used them in the bath. We don't use the same brushes for all of these, but we've used it for so many things around the house. I absolutely love this thing, and for $20, it's amazing the things you can use this thing for. Again, all-purpose scrubber, cleaner, all sorts of stuff. One thing I am going to reiterate is don't use it with an impact driver. The impact driver will just tear the thing to shreds. You want to use it with a drill driver there. But they're just absolutely fantastic. All right. Next up, we talked about, oh my gosh, the Diablo Steel Demon Blade. If you did not see my video where I took a $50 Hart, 7 1/4 inch miter saw, put this blade in and cut steel, you have to see this. This is going to make you wonder why you would ever buy an abrasive saw again. This thing is fabulous. I mean, it's not a cheap blade. It's a 7 1/4 that costs you $27. But, oh my God, I mean, how much are abrasives? You're going to go through, you're going to eat it, you're going to end up with a hot cut, lots of stuff everywhere. Now, granted, you do get some slivers and some, you get a lot. Because it's cutting straight through that metal. It's just amazing. It's like an angry metal beaver. It's fantastic. Anyway, we purchased that on February 24th. I can't say enough about those blades. All right, this thing. Now, we needed a fan in Vegas because Vegas has some heat. And the shop set out in the garage. The garage has no AC. So what I do is I open the door into the house, and I set this right in the doorway to pump, the cooler air into the shop and kind of keep me from sweating to death. This thing's been great. It's really robust. It seems well made. It's got good speeds on the fan. I'm pretty happy with it, considering $61 for a steel floor fan like this. It's it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It's nice and stable. I had a whole bunch of the box fans. We've had those box fans for years and years and years, and inevitably what happens is if a dog goes by or one of the kids go by and they knock it over and it breaks, and now I'm out a $20 box fan. I've gone through probably a box fan every 2 or 3 box fans. Actually, probably 1 or 2 every year is how many gets broken around our house. This thing, good luck trying to knock it over, and even if you did, it doesn't care. It's going to keep going. So for $61 for my house, that was a good deal. All right, how about this? The Nico security bit set with ratcheting driver. Okay, lots of people sell this exact same or nearly exact same security bit set. It's a commodity. They're a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. Harbor Freight has one. Everyone has one. Here's the difference. Everyone else seems to have these in red. You know how many cases I have, these plastic blow mold cases with tools or equipment or diagnostics, all that. You know how many of those things I have that are in red in and around my shops? Tons of them. They're all red. It's like there's only one color they can make this plastic in. It's red. I saw this one in blue and I'm like, I have nothing else like this. This is great. When I'm looking for my security bit set, I know it's that blue one over there. I could just scare it. There it is, right there. That's it. and just snag it. The screwdriver that comes with it is actually pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't care about the screwdriver, but, you know, it was a few bucks more, and it looked really, you know, let's be honest, it was bright and shiny, and it was blue, and it matched, so I bought it. Not everything is the most, you know, intellectual decision. Sometimes there's a bit of emotion in there. But it's nice. I use it actually for a lot of other stuff. And the bit set is fantastic. It's got tons of great stuff in it. And it's one of those things that you don't use it every day, but my gosh, when you need it, there's nothing else that can do what it does. And for $17, I mean, if you don't want the screwdriver, it's $13, but then you're getting it in red. Because, yeah, red. Nope, I went blue because now I can find it. All right, next up, we've got gear wrench purchased on March 15th, 2021. I've been doing some videos or working on a video. It's a kind of a longer term thing about the quality of ratcheting wrenches. It's something that a lot of people like. I'm a huge fan of ratcheting wrenches. And so we've been I've got probably about 8 sets of different ratcheting wrenches. And the gear wrench are the ones we bought off of Amazon. They're great. They're definitely a professional level quality wrench. They are not the prettiest wrench in the drawer. I'm going to say that. I was a little bit surprised that I thought they would look better, considering, like, I've seen like the icons from Harbor Freight, the SKs, I've seen Snap-ons. I was expecting them to be closer to the tool truck kind of quality. In robustness, in build quality, they are. I'm just saying that if you're buying one of these and you're looking for something that's pretty, that's a showpiece as well, that's not them, but they do get the job done. And for the price, they were not bad. Now, it looks like they're not even available right now. But anyway, let's see. Is there anything else? Here we go. Is that the same thing? 20 piece. Looks like it is. $62.47. There's the price. I think that's about what I paid for it too. All right, next up, wall control. So I just bought this last month, and this is for the new shop we're setting up. And, you know, I've got, you know, cabinets and everything that all kind of match red. So I thought we'd go with a black and red theme here. So this is a pegboard system, if you can't tell. And it uses the peg and slot. So it can work with a couple different types of systems. And it accepts wall control accessories and all sorts of stuff. It's a pretty basic setup. It's sheet steel with some nice bends on it. It's self-elevated off the wall. So the ends of the pegboard bend around the back, so you don't need to like put something behind it to give space for the hooks. It already has that. We've been setting it up. Unfortunately, the wall that I'm setting it up on are not 16-inch on center, so it's I'm gonna have to build a panel to attach to the wall to put these on. So we're in the process of doing that. That's why I haven't showed a video of it yet. But I got to tell you, I'm pleased with the build quality. They look great. They're fantastic. It's a reasonable price for what you're getting. $46. You get 2 of them in a package there. And they have, you know, lots of different colors. You got galvanized, beige. Who wants beige? Blue, gray, even more depressing, yellow, white, red, orange, and green. That is really an interesting shade of green. Anyway, moving on. We've got skill. I'm trying to look. I'm like, no, I think I took these down to the shop. I usually have one of these at hand here. This is the combo set. Now, I did pay significantly less. I think it was $80 some. And if you think about that, $80 for a brushless impact, brushless drill driver, battery, charger, and the batteries also work as a USB device because every battery in the Skill 12-volt line has a USB port on it. They're fantastic. I can't get enough of these things. I picked this thing up. It's currently at $119. Look at the price levels. They do drop down. Usually, I think that the standard, you'll see them every once in a while in that $80 range. There's sometimes they'll go down to $70. But it's and if they do, it's like for like an hour a day, and then they pop back up. Usually the price you want to aim for is under 110, between 110 and 90. So when it hits that price, that's definitely the buy it now price. At 120, is it bad? I don't think so. I mean, if you think about that, you're getting each one of these for $60 plus the charger and the battery. They're great tools, 5-year warranty. They're all brushless. Everything in the 12-volt line is from Skill is brushless. I also picked up this 5 1/4 inch circ saw from them because I liked it so much, and this thing has been fantastic. Are you gonna cut through 3-inch hardwood with it? No, but this thing is great for ripping down standard plywood sheet stock, that kind of stuff. And that's mostly what I use it for. It's nice, it's light, it's portable, easy to whip around, use in small places, that kind of stuff as well. And then I also picked up the 4 amp hour battery because, circ saws specifically, they really need a bit more juice. With the brushless, this is really going to help. And on top of it, again, you got that USB port right there. That thing is fantastic for $40. And it's now a huge battery bank, as well as works for my tools. I'm a huge fan of them. All right, this thing, Power Strip. We're setting this something I bought for the new shop. I got to tell you, I have a long history with Trip Light. It was a long time ago, and it had to be 25 years ago. Now 20 years ago. Sorry, I'm getting lost trying to think about the days. Anyway, there was a time I'd been doing construction, and I started doing wire installs, and was running wiring with Cat 5, Cat 6. I ran some token rings, some thick net, thin net. We were just starting fiber back then. And I went to some trade show thing that was in town for fun, just to see what the new tech was that was coming out. And AAA was there, and they gave away, I watched one of their seminars, and they gave away a 6-port surge protector. And I was blown away. If you've seen their 6-port surge protector, you know what, it's a tank. It's an absolute tank. And I talked to them about the tech. And I've been kind of a fanboy of Trip Light ever since. So when I needed a power bar for the shop, I went with Trip Light. There's a lot of less expensive solutions out there, but I'm going to be plugging in some high power equipment, stuff that's got some high peak amp draw when it first turns on, big motors, that kind of stuff. So I wanted something that I could plug into that I was going to feel comfortable with. And that's why I went with these. I'm a huge fan of Trip Light. The stuff they make is just fantastic. It's really, really well made. And for $45, it's not a bad solution there. All right, next up, we got the Southwire. Again, when you're running electrical stuff, especially if you're running high amperage kind of stuff, you want to have something that's robust. And the other thing you got to remember is, when you're running something that draws a good current and it's drawing it over a distance, you need more. Overkill is underrated in my experience. So we got the Southwire 25-foot 12 by 3 insulated outdoor extension cord with lighted yellow. Why yellow in this case? Because I don't want to trip over it. And a lot of it, we're going to try to run stuff, where we can. But a lot of times I got to, we get a lot of equipment in. We test a lot of stuff. I got to pull it out in the middle of the shop, and I want to see it, where it is. So, as you see here, this is you want to look at, there's a great chart here. You want to look at what it is you're going to be running. If you're going to be running a fan or AC, or sorry, radio, 16 gauge. If you're going to be running a heater or other small power tools, what I say, 16 gauge light duty, 16 gauge 2-prong. Light duty means it's going to be 3-prong. You're going to run actual power tools. You're going to want 14 gauge 3-prong. Then they go through 12 gauge and 10 gauge and stuff like that. You want to have the wiring. It's like anything else. You want to use what's appropriate for the job. And then it's where we say, shut up, Moto. I don't want to talk to California right now, whoever that is, because I'm pretty sure they're going to talk to me about my car's warranty and how I need to sign up for it. Anyway, okay, these. So I'll be honest, I bought these for the grill. 60-pound swivel hooks, 10-pack, neodymium magnet, blah, 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 1-inch diameter, $13.99 gets you this whole set here, 10-pack on this. So you're looking at just over $1 a hook. They're pretty strong, I have to say. Now they show here that it'll hold 20 pounds. I don't know if I'd want to hook 20 pounds on this, but if you're using it in shear strength, if you're using it, in this mode, yeah, they probably can hold 20 pounds without breaking a sweat. Good size hooks, well made, nice and solid. The only thing I will say is you can't flex them because this is 2 wires that comes here and goes into these holes. So it's just 2 little hooks that come in on either side. So if you flex the hook as you take stuff on, it'll flex that and they'll pop out. You just pop them back in, but I'm sure if that happens too often, they'll lose some of their strength. I got them for holding, spatulas and tongs and stuff like that to the grill outside. But, I've ended up using them for a ton of other stuff around the shop. I'm probably going to order another pack just for the shop. I like it because the wife now wants some too. Husqvarna Premium Bar on Chain Oil. Remember to use good oil. That's one of the things I never skimp on is oil. I always try to buy decent or better. Like when with the vehicles, I always put full synthetic in it because a lot of our vehicles are high miles. The Suburban's high miles. It's even if it's like I also talk about like with tires. It's where the rubber meets the road. Even if you're buying a budget tool, buy a good blade. If you're buying a cheap car, buy good tires. Even if it's an inexpensive tool you want it to last long, it's $6.99 for how long this oil's gonna last and how long it's gonna make your tool last. That's how you get these less expensive tools to last longer, is you treat them well. It's one of these problems. People buy cheap tools, they treat them like cheap tools, and then they're like, well, that thing just died on me. I just bought this $10 grinder and I ran it for 30 minutes straight and it died on me. What a piece of junk. Of course it did. You ran it for 30 minutes straight and you paid $10 for it. You gotta be reasonable about these things, and that's why I try to buy good oil for that sort of stuff. Next up, we've got the this table. Again, this is something else that I bought for the barbecue, and it was $125, and then you get the 5% off coupon, clippy thing you get here for a stainless steel, food safe. This is a professional kitchen quality table. And it went together in like 5 minutes. It was stupidly easy. Took it out of the pack. It comes with the 2 surfaces, the 4 tubes there. The feet are already attached. And there's just 2 Allen bolts or Allen nuts on each one of these receptacles there. You just tighten down. That's how you get it to stay where it is. And I just took it out of the box outside, flipped over on the box, so I didn't have to worry about scratching the stainless. Put the legs in, tighten those down, put the bottom tray on, got it to the space I want, tightened one on each one, got it level where I wanted, tightened the other one, flipped over, peeled off it has a plastic coating on it, and it was done and ready to go. And I got it because, for a barbecue, I can leave this thing outside. Now, understand, stainless is not stain free, all right? These things, a lot of people go, well, I bought stainless because it won't rust. No, it's resistant to rust. But if you take medium care of it, just light care, wipe it down every so often, dry it off, it's going to last a long, long time. And I like it so much, I'm actually thinking about getting some stuff like this for the shop. The quality of the build it's rock solid, it's heavy duty, it's all metal. No plastic parts anywhere on this thing. And this was 24 by 30 by 34 high, so you're at that standard bench height with it as well. Makes a great accessory. Maybe I can set it up as a welding table. I don't know. Okay, I kid. You probably want a thicker surface for welding. Otherwise, you're going to get warpage. All right, cerakote. Okay, we're getting out a little of the tools. This is just some of the other miscellaneous stuff we bought I want to talk about real quick. Cerakote. If you don't know... Okay, I got something here I could show you, but YouTube would not be happy with it. Let's just suffice to say that it's made by SIG. And that said, I have a long history with Cerakote. I'm a huge fan of their products, and when I saw them come out with something for headlight restoration, I was like, I got to try that. We did that to the Suburban. It's fantastic. Fantastic, and it's easy to put on. No power tools required. It has everything you need in the pack. It's a bit of a mess. You want some ventilation because some of the stuff is kind of nasty, but once you get it all cleaned up and get the oxide off of it and whatnot, the coating you put on is a liquid ceramic coating that you don't really run into the issues you do. Like a lot of these other ones, you have to redo it essentially every 6 months. We did this back in March. Haven't seen any problems with it so far. Heat of Vegas, cold up, through the mountains. Now it's hot here again. Big fan. All right, broad trimmers. All right, I know it's kind of silly, but I wanted to find out. I have gone through, I've been shaving my head since my 30s, early 30s. I noticed I had a receding headline. I decided to strike first, preemptive strike, because he was trying to retreat anyway. And so I use one of these for shaving my head as well as trimming my beard. And I've tried every electric razor out there, and I've settled on Braun. They work every time. They get a good cut. I'm really happy with them. I'd be interested to see what those of you who do similar kind of grooming, what you use and what you like. Maybe you can't really tell, but I have kind of a pointed head. That's what happens when you get born in the military. They don't take time for you to get out on your own. They just use the forceps, go in and grab you, pull you out, and say you get that kind of cranial, crest there. Anyway, so as such, a lot of the razor kind of stuff, it doesn't like the angles and it's hard to use. That's why these work great for me. Purchased this one in March 4th because I constantly lose these things in the move, or I lose the charger or something like that. But anyway, a huge fan of these. I love them a lot. Won't buy anything else. Crocs, of course. Do I really have to say it? If you've seen the videos, my wife, I swore I would never wear Crocs. I've got size 15 feet. I've had them since I was probably 14 years old. And they're not just long, they're wide. All right, so extra wide, like double DE kind of width. Literally Bigfoot, all right? And, I wore regular shoes for years and years and years and just dealt with it. And, I thought foot pain was just something that people had. Everyone dealt with it. Apparently not. People with regular feet don't experience this. My wife bought me a pair of Crocs because she knew that I had issues with regular shoes. And I swore I'd never wear Crocs. And she said, just try them on and walk around in them for a day. I've pretty much never worn anything since. Okay, Moto. You hear my Moto. This is my Moto. There are others like it, but this one is mine. I got this cheesy $10 case because it works. It's got a little stand on it that I rarely use, but it gives access to the cameras that I use all the time. The fingerprint sensor right there. I used to be the guy who was on the bleeding edge, always had the new cell phones. But there got to be a point where, the cell phones are getting ridiculously expensive. High-end flagship phones are close to $1,000. I can buy a laptop for that much. And they've kind of maxed out what you can do with most of these cell phones. And now you're seeing these mid-range and budget phones that will do everything they will. $250 for this. This is a Moto G Power. It's got a 3-day battery. And they're not lying. I use my cell phone so much that when I used to have the old ones, it was pretty much always plugged in. I would get in the car, I would plug it in. I would get home, I would plug it in. I would go to the office, I would plug it in. I would be in the shop. I would plug it in. The only time it wasn't plugged in is when it went in my pocket and I was going from one place to the other because I was constantly using it. Well, I still use them a lot. I do a lot of filming on the channel with it. I take pictures all the time. I look things up all the constantly use it. It was sitting on my desk. It's not plugged in. See? No plug. It's just, you know, it just works. That 3D, it has all the features you need. Nothing you don't need. No junk. No extras. The interface, the UI on it is super clean. I can't say enough about these. If you're spending $800, $600 for a cell phone, you're spending too much. Speaking of which, I am going to put this. This is my son's cable, but I got to call this out. I bought one of these before, and the wife stole it. And that is, you know, everyone thinks that I hate everything DeWalt or Stanley Black Decker. It's just not true. DeWalt USB cable. These things are fantastic. They're incredibly well made. I don't have a link for this. We bought this at Murdoch's. I've picked the other ones up at Home Depot. I'm sure they have them online. This one is cool because he's got several different types of electronics. So this has got this little 3-thing end on it. It's got the standard micro USB, and then you put this little adapter on that, and it converts it to an iPhone for his whatchamacallit, his AirPods that his mom got him, or their AirPod knockoffs. She got them at the flea market in Vegas. And then he has another one you put on the other side that has the new USB-C, which is fantastic. These things, they're nigh indestructible, and they're like $10, $15 for a cable. It may seem a lot for a USB cable. I chew through USB cables. At least I used to before I bought this one, because now I don't use it nearly as much. All right, next up. I gotta point out these sunglasses. I'm a huge, I get like light sensitivity mostly in my left eye. I have to wear sunglasses anytime I go out, and I always wear polarized sunglasses. And the ones I have now, and I thought I brought them in, I think I left them in the car, are Maui Jims. And not who's going to spend what kind of idiot's going to spend $300 on a pair of sunglasses? And I don't spoil myself on a lot of things. Nice wallets. I've got my, used to carry Coach wallets, of course, till Exeter gave me one of their wallets. I'm not going to put a link, but go find it, because that's how much I like it. There's not going to be a link. I'm not going to have an affiliate off of it. I love these things. They're fan-freaking-tastic. Why? Because this. Anyway, there's a few things that spoil myself. Pens, wallets, sunglasses. But I needed a pair of sunglasses for going out fishing, going hunting, things that I don't want to take my really nice glasses for. Because those are the Maui Jims are my driving glasses. They live in the truck, and I need the polarization. It's just my thing. These things, $21, and they come with, I don't know if they show it, they come with a fantastic case. You get the glasses pocket, you get the cleaning cloth, of course they all come with that these days. You get this nice semi-rigid, I love these semi-rigid cases for all sorts of stuff, with the carabiner on it, and you get the glasses cord, which I don't use, but I probably should. They're just fantastic. I was really impressed with the quality of them. The tortoise thing may not be your thing, but I look very stylish in them, I must say. And so does my son, who steals them all the time, that little bugger. All right, last but not least, this is not something I bought in the last year, but I am going to call it out because we're talking about glasses, and these are absolutely my favorite safety glasses for the shop. They're comfortable. You can wear them all day. They don't fog up easily. They're the DeWalt Dominator safety glasses. Remember, I obviously hate DeWalt because I talk about Stanley Black & Decker all the time. So clearly I have an agenda, as people say. Anyway, these things are fantastic. They're the best safety glasses I've used out there. They come in all sorts of different shades for the lenses, anything you want there. I just use the clear ones because, they're for in the shop. If I was outdoors, I'd be looking at something more like a gradient lens or the indoor-outdoor silver mirror, whatever. Anyway, sorry, it's really dry up here this summer in Vegas. That's all I got for you today. I just wanted to share some of that so you can see what we're actually buying, what we're actually using, and what I think about these tools. If there's something else that you have bought recently off of Amazon, or anywhere else, I guess. And it was a game changer. It really changed the way you do things. I'd like to hear about it down in the comments. Let me know. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on your way out. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.